Hi everyone, I'm going to do a quick demo on how to apply wood fast edge. Now, this really applies to doing any fast edge, but wood has a couple tricks and I'm going to show you right now. So the first thing is when you get your roll of fast edge, it's going to have a little memory in it. The material is going to be curved because it's in a roll. So you want to flatten that. You can run it between your fingers or run it over the edge of a bench, either way, and it works just fine. So the next step is pull the liner off the back side and apply it. Center it with your fingers. Take the flush cut trimmers and trim both ends. If you press firmly against it, see how I'm pressing against the blade, you'll get a perfect flush cut every time. Now you want to roll it vigorously, and I have the steel wheels on the back of this roller right now, which applies the maximum amount of pressure. You want to go back and forth a lot. Now, because it's wood, I'm only going to trim one side at a time because there's a grain direction. I look at it and I try to go with the grain, then I flip it around and come the other direction with the grain. That allows you to have less tear out. It should do a perfect job. I mean, no lip, no glue smear, nothing. And if it does, you're doing it wrong. So then I take the fast break and I break the edge, which blends the edge perfectly so nothing can catch. And it also adds additional pressure to the edge for the glue to adhere even better. Then I flip it over and I repeat over and over again until I do all four sides of the door. It's very, very simple. The biggest problems people have is, number one, they're not removing the memory. Number two, they're not actually rolling vigorously enough. You need to think of our adhesive as being a big ice cream cake. It's 5.5 mils thick. Most adhesive is 1 mil, sometimes occasionally 2 mil. But by rubbing it vigorously like this, you're smashing the glue into the particles and the pores of the material. In this case, it's MDF, so you really want to smash it hard because the pores are very, very small. So you want to really force it into there. And then you're flattening that ice cream cake and you're creating a very effective bond. This is the critical component. And then just trim, fast break, and repeat. And what you're going to do is you're going to set up a nice clean process where you're going to do the same step over and over again, and you're going to get a perfect result. Not a good result, a perfect result, but you have to follow this careful process. And if you don't, at some point, you're going to have a failure if you don't follow it. So I've tried to make it really clear in this video, the process. You don't want the material pulling against the adhesive perpetually. Well, if it's got memory in it, that's what it's going to do. You wouldn't put a piece of veneer down unless you flattened it. That's the whole point of it. That's why we heat veneer, is because when we heat it, we relax the memory so that it's not pulling against the glue. There you go, four sides done perfectly. No gaps, no glue. The edges are transitioned perfectly into the veneer. Make sure light coats of finish for the first two coats when you finish, and you'll be in perfect shape, and this will go great. Do not oversaturate during the finishing process, and you're going to have a fantastic product.